Hey, what's up guys? So I want to drop some news for you guys this week in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the first thing I want to talk about, which is a huge subject, is one of the guys that actually won in 2015 as well as 2016, the world champion Hamaya Shunsuke. He was actually disqualified from the tournament for slow playing. Now he actually just released a few statements on Twitter. Keep in mind this is using like the translate, so it might be a little bit broken here, but yeah, he was apparently slow playing multiple times. He was warned because of this and he was disqualified, and I guess this is his statement on this. Now again, this was just tweeted out, and again this is using the translate tool, so it might be a little bit broken, but anyways, he says, I talked a little bit with Konami, but more in depth elsewhere at a later date. Formal, and it is expected to settle in the future. Formal talks yesterday, very serious. So obviously again it is kind of broken, but you guys can get the gist of it from there. And then he also said over here, the annual world championship has been a sad stage, so it's really disappointing. He said, never overturn rematch or judgment of a judge, all because streets are listed with tournament rules, but I admit that as individual judges giving unfair judgment against an individual, I want to apologize. I'm not sure if that means that he wants them to apologize. Again, this is broken translation, so if anyone wants to do like a full actual translation, feel free to go ahead and do so. But again, maybe being not the best tool for certain languages at certain times, but nonetheless, yeah, I guess that's his statement on it. As far as like what I thought about this, like a lot of you guys wanted my opinion as well, because that's how I got the information. You guys were like, did you hear about him? I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. But why not just have a timer if there is slow play? However, this was a thing that people brought up during a bunch of discussions on multiple forums. They're like, why not have a timer in the game so we don't run into this problem? And the reason why we can't have this, guys, is because it's not necessarily just a timer, but it's basically stalling. Because if you're making some plays, like if you're going, I bring back this monster and I'm going to use its effect to bring back this card, search for this. If you're doing things, it doesn't matter like in terms of time how long it takes, as long as you're tactically doing something. As far as the rules go, with a few exceptions, but for the most part, that's why this can't really work. But I think that it is unfair to disqualify someone for slow playing, especially if their moves take a lot of thought, because sometimes you have to think 3 or 4 turns ahead, and in addition to that, you have to do some math calculations. So I understand why people are upset, but I would like to, open this up as a discussion. Do you guys think Shunsuke should have actually been disqualified for the tournament? Because he was about to be the guy that got 3 world championships in a row. That's absolutely crazy, but again, he was disqualified. But anyways, other news that I wanted to go over. This is only for people that got a large wallet, because there is going to be some versions of some cards that we will not really probably get for a long time in the TCG. But anyways, there is a Ghost Rare Dark Magician, and then there's also a Secret Rare Alternative Dragon, and then the OCG Monster Reborn with the TCG artwork. That's going to be coming out, and it's probably going to be very expensive because it says it's a World Championship 2017 commemorative card set present campaign. But anyways, it's releasing these special foil Japanese cards at a later time. But anyways, it says holographic rare. I'm pretty sure that's the Ghost Rare. And then we have the Blue Eyes Alternative. Again, I mentioned that as a secret. And this is just the overseas artwork, meaning the TCG one. So these are going to be very expensive for any of you collectors out there. It really sucks that we don't get Ghost Rares in the TCG, but hey, Dark Magician Girl Ghost Rare, I know that's going to be a hot card. It's definitely going to be a very expensive card for anyone that actually tries to invest into it. But anyways, if you guys are wondering like what you get when you go to the World Championship, this is what you get. These are like I guess the products there. I'm not sure what the little business card is over there, but it looks like you get a pen. You also get this bag over here on the top. I hope you guys can see my mouse. So you can see over here, I think it's just a bag to carry everything. You get a box of cards. These are actually boxes. In OCG, their boxes are a little bit different. They stack them up like I guess vertical instead of horizontal, if that kind of makes sense, and it's just like one stack. There's also less cards in each pack, so that's why it's easier. I believe that is the Shadow Strike. That's where the new 6 Samurais are going to be in, and then we've got some tins and the World Championship mats over there. So they're looking pretty cool. If you guys want to, what cards are those on the mat? Well, they're actually prize cards. It's Iron Knight of Revolution, over here, and this is a card that cannot be used in a duel, so it's one of those prize cards that are just as a prize. You can't actually use them. But anyways, Iron Knight of Revolution, so it's a Earth with 2400 attack, and it's a Link monster that requires 3 machine effect monsters, and it must be Link summoned. If this extra Link card attacks your opponent directly and reduces their life point to 0, you win the match. A little bit conditional, but technically you could use it. I like how its links are just like all over the place. That would be really awesome to utilize in maybe like some other decks that can really spam out the machines. I know ABCs is probably the most meta machine deck that I can think of right now, but nonetheless, yeah, you can't use these in a duel, so don't worry about them. These are just for collector purposes and people that really want to have expensive cards. But next up we have Sanctity of Dragon. This is again the card on the artwork over here. But anyway, Sanctity of Dragon, it requires 3 dragon effect monsters, and this one actually has more attack. It's actually got 3,000 attack, and it says that it must be Link summoned, and if this extra Link card attacks your opponent directly and reduces their life point to 0, you win the match. Again, same effect, it's just that it cannot be used in a duel, and also has 3,000 attack. So it's kind of better than the machine guy, but this guy's Link arrows are much better. It goes like all the way, whereas the Iron Knight, he goes upwards, and usually that's not like the most advantageous unless you're like linking another card. But lastly, this is just some news that some people were really upset about. It's about the Exceed number 41. And apparently they're changing some of the artwork. I'm sure we already saw this coming in the TCG. Over in the OCG, well, I believe it's the Korean version that actually got changed. So the original artwork over here, it shows him holding a bottle. It's probably supposed to be booze, and he's like passed out. Maybe a Qingtao over there, the little can. I can see on the bottom left, maybe a Heineken, I don't know. Anyway, so he's just got some booze, and they changed the artwork to pillows instead, because he's, I guess, falling asleep. I think it's supposed to be like he fell asleep and he's drunk, but they're changing it as far as artwork goes. And a lot of people are really upset about this. Personally, for me, I mean, the card still has the same effect. Things that I'm most upset about is when they do rarity bumps, but over the OCG, they have this as rares, but in the TCG, probably secret rare. You guys know how it is when they do some of these, changes to rarity bumps. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on anything. But as far as the timing goes, again, a lot of people were mentioning just use a chess timer. It really just can't work. I want to know, do you guys have a solution for this? Because I know that sometimes people, they get impatient, and maybe the guys are just like, dude, I want to go home. I'm done being a judge. Just hurry up, dude. You're taking too long. I want to go home. Maybe that's what it came down to. But as you guys can see from his Twitter post, there was something about being a unfair judgment. So I'm thinking maybe they had it out for our boy Shinsuke. But I don't know. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. Do you guys think he deserved to be qualified? And again, let me know your thoughts. Please bring back Ghost Rares though, Konami. I really liked Ghost Rares. Hope they can come back in the future in the TCG and just other forms. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all the Yu-Gi-Oh news. If you did, drop a like on, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh news and videos, gameplays.